Hello everyone, welcome to the Commexis cast, all the news you need to know from our inbox to yours. Today we're talking about Facebook launching playable gaming ads. Hi everyone, I'm Matthew McGrady, the videographer and podcaster here at Commexis, and today I'm joined by the social media intern here at Commexis, Josh Lyon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Josh. So today we're talking about Facebook launching a new ad type, which allows advertisers for gaming apps to have demos of the games in the ad itself. So hence playable ads, you can actually play the game in the ad. So Facebook announced this at the China Joy Gaming Conference on Friday. A lot of this information is coming from Ginny Marvin on Marketing Land. You will have a great description and a great link in the podcast description below. A great description, hopefully, and definitely the podcast link in it. So playable ads, users will be able to demo the game from within the ad. They are now available globally on Facebook's news feed. I'm assuming both on mobile, obviously, because that will lead you directly to the app, but I'm guessing they might also be on the regular desktop.
Yeah, you would think, and maybe it could redirect you to like signing up for like on like an email chain or like getting like text, so then you can like turn it into your phone. Who knows?
Not sure about that part, but it's definitely at least on the mobile. So you can just click it, you can play it, and then you can basically be directed right to the App Store. Advertisers can set these ads up in the Facebook UI after selecting the app install campaign objective. So that's really interesting. So Rich Kelly, VP of Global Gaming at Facebook, said in a statement, "With playable ads, advertisers can now give players a chance to experience a game and feed before they install it, creating higher intent. And through two additions to our value suite, game developers can more efficiently reach their most valuable players, whether they're optimizing for payers or for retention." So one of the things that they're kind of aiming for with this is not just to get mass downloads of something. They're trying to get that long-term end user who will hopefully pay for microtransactions. Which, I mean, is a way for a lot of them to actually make money, right?
Right.
So that's basically what they're going for here. Also, minimum return on ad spend bidding will become available over the next few weeks, especially for this ad type. Advertisers will be able to set a minimum spend to target users that the system determines are most likely to make in-app purchases, and the minimum ROAS bidding is designed to go hand in hand with value optimization targeting to make it more effective. So just one more way for them to better target these people who will hopefully be downloading this app and then spending some money on it. So what I'm interested in here first is Josh's thought. Before we get there just yet, I want you guys to know we are going to talk about more than just how this helps game developers. There is an interesting sort of marketing future for this outside of those who are game developers, because obviously for game developer companies, this is really cool and interesting. But Josh, I would love to hear your thoughts on it first.
Well, I could say that I am a sucker for these things. I fall into the trap every time when I download like these addicting games and I start playing it, and then most of them are free, and then you play like a round, and then an ad pops up, advertising for another game or something else. So now on top of that, you're given the opportunity to play it on Facebook right when you're scrolling on your feed. You get the little demo game, you play it, and then it might redirect you to the same game or a different game that on top of it has more ads on when you download the actual game. It's just like another layer on top of their trend or their plan to sort of
make money off of these games.
It's genius, and I fall for it every time.
Yeah, reeled right in there.
Yeah.
I suspect you are not the only one who has been affected by this. I think this is really an interesting way to encourage users to try something out and hopefully end up downloading it and potentially spending money on it. I mean, when we talk about different types of advertising, obviously this is just for game developers, but it's no different than things that we've seen other companies do in the past, trying to show off a product or something like that. One of the things that really interests me, though, with this, obviously, for game developers, this is great, but for most people who are, marketing different things or different products, B2C, B2B, this doesn't really help you reach new customers. This is basically just for game developers. But I think this is Facebook's one of Facebook's first steps towards developing new and different ad types. Ginny Marvin, in her piece, talks about how Google and some other companies have been way more ahead of Facebook in terms of developing different ad types that can do different things. So definitely check that out. It's a great great look into sort of the way that Google does things and the things that Facebook is kind of lacking. And one of the things I find interesting here is I feel like this is the first step in the future of something else in terms of ad types. So when I think of, what could they do with this in the future, is instead of a game, maybe it's, for example, an AR experience. So IKEA released an app many months ago, we talked about it on the show a long time ago, that in the app you were able to basically place furniture in your space through your phone, see it, kind of check what colors might look right, stuff like that. So I'm wondering if that might be the future of an ad type similar to this for other B2Cs that aren't game developers and stuff like that, because then you're going to be basically getting a new, different sort of ad experience that's the same as if you were experiencing a game demo or something. And the only reason I think this is because game demos are typically bigger than a video or an image, which is what we're used to. So I'm really interested in seeing how this develops. I feel like there's a lot of future for Facebook to sort of create these new ad types. So hopefully they end up really grasping that and trying to make some new stuff. What do you think, Josh?
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves to touch now. It's not just looking and watching, but if you can actually interact, whether it's for a game or even if it's for picking your color furniture and where you want to place it, anytime that you're touching and interacting with the screen, it's going to get people interested whether they purchase it or not. It might bring them back for another time. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
So one of the things that Facebook was also testing with this new ad type is retention optimization with a limited number of these app advertisers. So ad targeting is automatically optimized to reach people most likely to play the game being promoted, specifically for these demos. So BitMango and Beijing Photoable have been among some of the early testers. There was the chief operating officer of Zijing Yang said in a statement that the retention optimization solution, quote, has significantly improved our 2 and 7 day retention rate. We saw a 30% better ROI compared to install optimization when looking at cost per 7-day retained users. Which I think obviously makes a lot of sense. It makes sense that you play a demo and you go, oh, hey, this is fun, and then you go and download it rather than just seeing a regular video ad or an image and then doing that.
I've also noticed that, because there's one specifically, there's like a golf game that was a demo. You would, it would tell you to like swing, it would let you go, and you would automatically get the hole in one, and it would trigger you. It was like you would interact, and then after the ball lets loose, it purposely, at least it seems like it, gives you the hole in one to say, oh, I'm good at this, and then it directs you, oh, if you want to keep playing, install, and you can play like a full round. So they get you with like the
they're giving
little tricks there.
They're giving your brain those feel good chemicals that you want.
Makes you want to keep playing. So
well, thank everybody for tuning into today's episode of the Commexis Cast. Thank you, Josh, for joining me adjacent to the table today. If you guys would like to check out more of us, you can check out us in full in video on Facebook, YouTube, and on IGTV. You can also get nice little social snippets in your feeds by following us on Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. You can also hear us on the Apple iTunes Podcast Store, SoundCloud, the Google Play Music Store, the Google Podcast apps, Stitcher, and TuneIn. Thank you, everybody, for checking us out today, and check us out next time for more. Thank you. Have a great day.